So the next topic that we have is conversion of Mealy machine to Mealy machine. Okay. So, conversion of Mealy to Mealy. So they will give you a Mealy machine. So the given machine is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A is the transition, 2 is your output. A is the transition, 1 is your output. B is the transition, 1 is output. 2, 3. Okay, this is your Mealy machine. So with the given Mealy machine, you first draw your transition table. Transition table consists of current state, A input, B input, next state, output, next state, output. So from the Mealy machine, do your transition table. So it has three states, Q1, Q2, Q3. So Q1 on A goes to Q1 itself and the output is 1. Q2 on A goes to Q2 and the output is 2. Q3 on A goes to Q2, output is 1. So here same way, Q1 on B goes to Q3, output is 1. Q2 on B goes to Q1, output is 1. Q3 on B goes to Q3 itself, output is 2. So this is your transition table. So to convert this transition table to Moore-Emission transition table, there are certain rules. So we have already discussed that Moore-Emission's output depends only on the current state, which means each state has only one output. So the condition is if any of the states, given state has two outputs, you have to split those states. Okay, so for example, take Q1. Q1 occurs in two places, here and here. So both the outputs are same, 1. So you leave Q1 as it is. Now go to Q2. Q2 occurs in two places. The outputs are different. Okay, so now you split the state Q2 into Q21 and Q22. Your second digit represents your output. So Q21 and Q22. Okay, now go to Q3. Q3 also occurs in two places with two different outputs. So you split Q3 also into two. Q31, Q3 with output 1, Q3, 2, Q3 with output 2. Okay, now draw the transition table for Mori machine. Same current state AB. Okay, next state output, next state output. Okay, now look at the transition table of Mealy machine. So this is Mealy machine. So first state Q1 is Q1. We already saw Q1 has occurs in two places with same output. So we did not split Q1. Q1 is as it is. Q1 with output as 1. So go back to the transition table. Q1 on B goes to Q3. Okay, Q3 output is 1, right? So this is Q3 1. Okay, the output 1. So next state we have is Q2. Q2, we have split the Q2 into two states, Q21 and Q22. Q21's output is 1. Right, correct, right. Q21's output is 1, so we are giving the output as 1. Q22's output is 2, so write the output as 2. Now write the state. Q21. Q2 on A goes to Q2. Okay, the output here is 2. So the state here is Q22. Understood. Now Q2 on B goes to Q1. The output is 1. So Q1 we did not split anything. So write it as Q1 itself. Now go to Q2 to copy the same state. Okay, but the output is different. This is Q22, so the output is 2. Okay, then comes the Q31 and Q32 state. So Q3 on A goes to Q2. So you write the outputs first. 3 1's output is 1 1. 3 2's output is 2 2. Okay. Q3 on A goes to Q2 and the output is 1. So Q1. Q3 on B goes to Q3 and the output is C3. 2. Sorry. Q3 2. So copy the same state for Q3 2. But the outputs will be different. So with this transition table, I hope you can draw your transition diagram. So you have Q1 with output 1, you have Q2 with Q21 with output 1, you have Q22 with output 2, you have Q31 with output 1, you have Q32 with output 1, 2. So now draw all the transitions. Where does Q1 goes on A? Where does it go on B? Okay. I hope you can complete the transition. Now we will move on to conversion of Memory machine to Mealy. Okay. So we have Mealy machine. Q1 on output, Q0 on output is 0. Okay, this is the given Mealy machine. First, you draw the transition table for the given Mealy machine. So current state, next state, output 0 1, and then output. Okay, current state is Q. You have Q0, Q1, and Q2. Q0 on 0 goes to Q0 itself. Q0 on 1 goes to Q1. The output is 0. Q1 on 0 goes to Q2. Q1 on 1 goes to Q0. Output is 1. Q2 on 0 goes to Q0. Q1 on 1 goes to Q1 and the output is 0. So this is the transition table. Right. So first state. Now I am drawing the Mealy machine. First state is Q0. Q0 on 0 goes to itself, 0 itself. And the output of Q0 is what? Output of Q0 is 0. So write it as 0. Then Q0 on 1 goes to Q1. Okay. Output, what is the output of Q1 is 1. So whichever state you are going to, that state's output only you have to write it. Okay, now Q0 transition is done. Q1. Q1 on 0 goes to Q2. Q1 on 0 goes to Q2. What is the output of Q2? 0. So the output is 0. Q2 on 1. Sorry, we are still on Q1. Eh? Q1 on 1 goes to Q0. So what is the output of Q0? 0. So here 0. Sorry, this is one transition. Q1 on 1 goes to Q0 and the output of Q0 is 0. Then move on to the Q2 state. Okay, Q2 on 0 goes to Q0. Q2 on 0 goes to Q0. What is the output of Q0? 0. Okay, Q2 on 1 goes to Q1. What is the output of Q1? 1. So whichever state you are going to, that state output you should write. Okay, so this is how you convert a Mori machine to Mealy machine. You have to draw transition table for this. I hope you can draw that.